So you'd like to know this will be the last one about metaethics. So really, this is just to sum up what we have looked at to get the overall picture. So we've got the two different ideas: moral realism and moral anti-realism. Moral realism is cognitivist because it makes judgments about the world. It's objective. It's independent. Moral facts. Okay, so it's like science. It's not dependent on us. So our role, therefore, morality is to discover what these objective, independent moral facts are that impact on the world. And ethical naturalism was where we started all that time ago. And the four main guys for that: Bentham, Mill, Aristotle, Kant. So for these guys, they believed there was an objective, independent moral fact. So for Bentham and Mill, it's going to be happiness. Aristotle, eudaimonia. Kant, it's the categorical imperative. It's doing your duty. Goodwill shines forth like a precious jewel. Okay, so it's about doing our goodwill. So for these four guys, they are ethical naturalists, and they believe there is an independent moral facts, and they came up with their ethical theories that we've looked at to say, like, this is how we work out what good and bad actually is based on those independent moral facts. Uh, Ethical non-naturalism, so they agree that objective independent moral facts exist, but they disagree in how you access it. I believe it's intuitionism. So more, remember his phrase was define yellow. Okay, and you cannot define yellow. You just know what yellow is when you see it, and you know what good is when you see it. You know what bad is when you see it. It's our intuition. Now we know there are big issues of intuitionism, but we do have an intuition. We do use our intuition, so we can't ignore what he says. A lot of the time, our intuition says one thing, that we should behave in a certain way, but an ethical naturalist theory will tell us to behave in a different way, and there will be conflict there between the two. Which one is going to have priority? And then on the other side, you've got moral anti-realism, non-cognitivist. So it does not impact, you're not making statements about the world. There are no objective, independent moral facts. Now, I've put the arrow the wrong way here. Well, I say the wrong way, the other way here for the error theory by Mackey, simply because out of the moral anti-realist group, he, yes, he is an anti-realist. He believes there is no objective independent moral facts, but he does believe that when we are making moral statements, they are cognitive statements. They are making judgments about the world. So he is the only one of the anti-realist who is also a cognitivist. So we need to remember that. You then have emotivism of A.J. Ayer. The idea, the verification principle, is that moral statements are meaningless. It's not about whether they're right or wrong, good or bad. All of that is meaningless talk. Morality is meaningless talk about it. It's just when you say you disagree with something, you were just giving an emotional response. And that is it. There is no rational thinking behind it. And then you've got prescriptivism by Hare, who developed emotivism to say, well, actually, when we are prescribing when we are given moral statements, we are prescribing a type of behavior. Now, we also looked at the issues surrounding those different areas. So they've all got their own issues, they've all got their own problems. So what you need to do when you're looking at this, first of all, get the big picture. So you see the relationship between the different theories, okay, and which almost that camp that they belong to. And then once you've done that, so for example, in emotivism, I will then come up, okay, what are the main issues around emotivism? What are the main issues around non-naturalism and so on? Okay, when you look at revision. But that's summing up everything that we've looked at in the last 7 PowerPoints. Okay, like I said, a lot of these PowerPoints really are like revision. We haven't gone into the depth we would have done if we were in the classroom with you asking me questions and so like teasing out and making sure we understand these things. These are just a quick presentation of what these different theories are. The book goes into more detail. It gives a few more examples. So really it is using this book, using these PowerPoints in conjunction with the textbook and also with the websites that I've given you. Okay then, right, off. I shall finish this now, and you've got everything you need there for metaethics. Good luck.